Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Catskill Mountain Homebody. My name's Amy. It's been a busy day. I just finished dinner. I thought since Halloween is coming now, as you can see from my mantle behind me, that I would share a story, a real story, of something that happened to myself and my family when I was a teenager. And this is the only paranormal thing I have ever witnessed, so I thought this would be a good time of year to share a paranormal story. You ready? Let me show you my story companion. There's Chipper. He's enjoying the new couch. I put a blanket on it to kind of protect it, but he's sitting on the pillow. All right, let's settle in for a paranormal story. I am a person that loves paranormal stories, and especially ghost stories. But I want to say right in the beginning of this video, this is not a ghost story. Unfortunately, I have never seen a ghost, but I have been obsessed with ghosts since I could remember. Probably since I was 5 or 6 years old. I've been obsessed with ghosts. And I've gone to haunted places, never seen a thing, but I still hold out hope that maybe someday I will see some ghosts. But this paranormal story has nothing to do with ghosts. I don't think it has anything to do with ghosts. It's still paranormal because it's something that myself and my family witnessed that we can't explain, but it's hard to categorize what happened because it was just a weird experience. So this was a collective weird experience that my family and I witnessed. Again, it's hard to categorize what type of story this is. All right, but I'm going to share it. And maybe if a similar thing has happened to you, you can share it in the comments. Or if you've heard of somebody having this experience, let me know in the comments. Because it's a mystery what we witnessed. To this day, no one in my family knows what it was. All right, so I don't remember the exact year that this happened. All I remember is that it was after the year 1986. I know for sure it was after the year 1986. I'm thinking it was probably 1988, maybe 1989. I don't think it was in the 90s yet. So I think this was the late 1980s. And my family and I lived in a house in Bergen County, New Jersey. And I'm going to show you some photos in this video. So I'll show you a photo of the house. And this occurrence happened when we were all in the garage. Almost all of us. My sister wasn't. But we were in the garage of the house, and the garage door was open. If you look at this photo of our house at the time, the house we lived in the 80s, you can see the garage and the car parked outside. That's the area that this occurrence happened, where we was in the garage, and the garage door was open. I'm going to show you some photos of us at the time that this happened. Again, I don't remember the day. I don't remember the month even of when this happened. It wasn't winter because I don't think there was no snow outside. Other than that, I really didn't pinpoint the day or time. I didn't keep a diary back then, so I don't have a diary entry of it. There's some photos of myself, my parents, my brother, and my sister. So I'm the oldest, so I was maybe 18, 17, maybe 19, around that age. My brother and sister a little younger. We're all teenagers. My parents were in their late 40s, early 50s. And we had a family friend, a woman who was a good family friend who was probably a little bit younger than my parents. So I was going to say she was probably in her 30s at the time. So this involved the 5 of us, my parents, my brother and my sister and myself, and then a family friend who had come for the weekend. We decided that night we were going to go out to eat. It was probably a Friday night or Saturday night because it was a weekend. Our friend was visiting. We all got ready to go out. My sister announced, again, my sister was probably 16 maybe. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to go out to eat. She wasn't hungry. She didn't want to go. She said, I'm going to stay home. So she was staying in her room. The rest of us, my brother, myself, my parents, and our family friend were coming into the garage to go out for dinner. So the car was still in the garage. It was not turned on. So the car was off. The door was open to the car. I think my brother had already gone into the car. Maybe our family friend went in the car also, in the back seat. My father, who was going to drive to the restaurant, was standing at the entrance. He was standing outside of the garage, at the entrance of the garage, waiting for my mother to come out. And my mother was the last to come out. And my mother there was 3 steps down to the garage from the entry of the house. My mother had come out of the house. She was standing at the top of the steps, preparing to come down the stairs, and we were all going to get in the car. I was standing next to the car, next to the back seat, because I was going to get in the back seat with my brother and our family friend. So, but I wasn't in the car yet. I was standing next to the car. Next to me was the open garage door. I could see outside. I could see my father. Okay, my mother's standing on the top of the 3 steps to the house. That's where we all were. My sister's upstairs in the house. She's not coming. Okay, at that moment, we heard a buzzing sound, an electricity sound, and the lights in the garage. Because when you have the garage door open, the lights are on, right? It has the garage door light is on. The light in the garage is getting dimmer and bright, dimmer and bright, dimmer and bright, with this electricity sound of zzz. It was this electric feeling in the air. But that's not the weird part. I mean, that's just like an electrical surge. I looked outside, and the sky had changed color. So at the time, it was still daylight outside. The sky was blue. It was a nice day. The sky was changing colors. It was like white and green, and it was changing colors with the lights in the garage and the sound of these electricity. My father was standing outside, looking up at the sky. And it stopped after like 30 seconds. And my father said the entire sky was changing color. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know what that was. And my sister is screaming from the other side of the house upstairs, because when she was inside her bedroom, she said she heard this buzzing sound all around her, and she had her lights on in her room, and they were dimming and brighting, dimming and bright, dimming and bright. So obviously the lights in the entire house were dimming and going bright, dimming and going bright, with this very, very loud electrical sound of zzz. And you could almost feel it in the air, this electrical sound. So my sister freaked out, ran downstairs screaming, and said, I'm not staying home, I'm afraid. So she quickly got her shoes and her coat, and she was like, I'm coming to dinner. So we all went to dinner. Well, the whole time, my father's saying, I have never seen the sky, the whole sky, change colors to different colors. It was like, again, it was like green, and I can't explain it. I don't remember the exact colors, but it wasn't blue. The sky wasn't blue. It changed to different colors. And it didn't go black. It was just like a green or a lighter color. And then when the buzzing stopped, everything went back to normal. The lights stopped flickering. The sky went back to normal. But when it was happening, I happened to look outside because I was standing by the door. So I saw what my father saw. I saw the sky, and I don't think my mother and my brother and our family friend saw the sky outside, because they were all facing, they weren't close enough to the outside of the door to see the sky. My father and I had a direct sight to the sky, and I have to agree with my father. I've never seen the sky change color like that, the entire sky. It was bizarre. And so we went to dinner. The whole time we're like, that was so weird. Never happened again. Never happened again. This is 40 years ago. Never seen this happen. We lived in that house until 1999. I didn't live there, but my parents lived there. They've never had experienced that again. Never. No electrical problems before, no electrical problems since living in that house. Never had the sky change color again. It was that one moment on that one afternoon, like late afternoon. Years later, maybe 5 years later, I was at the same house, and we brought it up at the dinner table. Now my father is a veteran. He was in Vietnam. He also worked with nuclear weapons. He was stationed down in Sandy Hook at a nuclear weapons base. So he worked in a nuclear weapons silo. And so you have to have some kind of clearance to work with nuclear weapons. This is back in the Cold War. So, about 5 years later, we're talking about this weird, my father's bringing up again how the sky physically changed colors for no reason. And it was changing colors with the sound of the electricity, the buzzing sound. And I said to my father, well, so what was it? What was it? And he looked at me and he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, come on, you worked in the military. What do you think it was? What was it? He said, Amy, honestly, I'm not lying. I don't know what that was. I've never seen that in the military. I've never seen that in my entire life. I've never seen a weird electrical, I don't even know, electrical glitch. Maybe it's a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know. But he looked at me in the eye and he said, I don't know what it was. I can't explain it. It's nothing I've ever seen. And to this day, I have no idea. Now, my father is 83 now, and his cognitive memory is not great. So I don't think he would remember what happened at this point. But for many years, we brought up this incident in our family, and my father never could explain it. And only my father and I witnessed the sky changing. So that is the only time in my life that I experienced something paranormal, because it wasn't normal, that I can't explain. And there might be a scientific reason for it. Was it a meteor coming in? I mean, I've seen meteor showers before, and I've never had the electricity in the house dim and bright, and I've never seen the sky change color. So maybe if anyone's watching, you have a science background, you can give me some scientific idea of what this might be. I have scoured the internet to look for instances of paranormal activity in the 80s in Bergen County, New Jersey. I've looked on the internet for instances where the sky changed colors, and I haven't come up with anything in my searching that comes close to what we experienced in the late 80s in New Jersey. So I don't have any explanation. It's paranormal because I don't know. It's not normal. It wasn't normal. And my father's right. The entire sky was changing color with the electrical glitch inside the house. I'm glad we were in the garage at the time so that we could witness the sky, because if we were in the house, we would have just thought it was the electrical system of the house. We wouldn't have noticed the sky changing color outside. So, I don't know. That's the only time in my life I've experienced something paranormal. So that's my paranormal story for Halloween. Take it as you will. By the way, we didn't see anything in the sky. There wasn't a UFO in the sky where we saw some triangle shape in the sky. We didn't see any. There was nothing in the sky except the blue sky. We didn't see any UFO. There was nothing. It was just an electrical glitch in the house. And the sky changed colors. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed. That's a true story. It's a true story of what my family and I witnessed back in the late 1980s. And I've never witnessed anything paranormal since. So that's my one story to share. Maybe someday I'll see a ghost. But as of now, I have not witnessed anything else paranormal. That was the only weird experience of my life. Well, I hope you guys are all getting ready for Halloween. I'm ready. I have it all ready, as you guys know. Happy fall, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.